Microeconomics. This is in second PUC first chapter. Please do like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Important points to be remembered. The scarce resources of the economy have competing usage. Competing usage is nothing but alternative resources. Which of the following is an example of microeconomics? It is study of consumer behavior. Which of the following is microeconomics variable? It is aggregate demand. Central problem of the economy includes what to produce, whom to produce, and how to produce. Economics has been divided into two branches, that is micro and macroeconomics. So what is the difference between micro and macroeconomics? Microeconomics deal with individual economic agents, an individual firm, an individual household, or an individual consumer, etc. It is a narrow scope. And microeconomics, we study of an individual demand, output of the firm, cost of the firm or the industry, revenue earned by the firm, etc. Microeconomics deal with the economy as an whole. It is an wider scope. And in macroeconomics, we study about the total aggregate income, national income, aggregate expenditure, and etc. These are some of the one markers. Why does a problem of choice arises? It arises because of the shortage of goods. It is nothing but scarcity of resources. What is market economy? Market economy is nothing but the economic activities are organized through the market. What do you mean by centrally planned economy? Centrally planned economy is nothing but the government or the central authorities plan all the important activities of the economy. What is microeconomics? In microeconomics, we study the behavior of individual economic agent. It is an individual firm or individual household or an individual consumer. What do you mean by positive economics? In positive economics, we study how different mechanism works or functions. What is normative economics? In normative economics, we study whether the mechanism is desirable or not. This is one of the important 4-mark question, that is production possibility curve. So here there are many possibilities. If you have 10 rupees in your economy, if all the resources are being used to production of cotton, then 10 units of cotton can be produced along with 0 units of corn. In the same case, the economy can also produce 1 unit of corn and 9 units of cotton. Or in possibility C, it can produce 2 units of cotton and 7 units of 2 units of corn and 7 units of cotton. In possibility D, it can produce 3 units of corn and 4 units of cotton. There are many possibilities. So with this combination, by using this chart, we have made a diagram. Okay. By using the chart, we have made this graphical representation. In this, AD is a production possibility curve. It is a negatively sloped curve and it is concave to the origin. The central planned economy. What are the central economy faces a problem while producing the goods? First is what to produce and what is its quantity or quality you have to produce. Since the resources are scarce, every society has to decide what goods has to be produced and what is its quality. Whether I have to produce necessary goods more or luxurious goods more. Whether I have to produce agricultural goods or I have to produce industrial goods. Whether I have to produce education or healthcare facility. The government thinks effectively in the allocation of the resources. The next is how to produce. The second problem is regarding the choice of the technique of production. The economy has to decide whether I have to use labor intensive technique or I have to use capital intensive technique. Labor intensive technique is nothing but where there are more laborer and the capital which is invested in the business will be less. In the capital intensive, it is vice versa. So there will be investing more capital and the labor which is used will be less in order to produce goods and services. The next problem that the economy faces is for whom to produce. It is regarding the distribution of produced goods in the economy. Has to decide how the goods has to be distributed among various factors of production. So there are factors of production, from the retailer, it has to go to the wholesaler, then to the consumer, and to the consumer, and again the consumer, like that. And for example, you can take whether now I'm producing a good. So when I produce a good, I have to decide whether I'm producing good for the richer people, means I will make the cost of the product as more for a middle people. So for a middle section of people, when I produce a goods, I will make the cost as average cost. When I produce goods for the poor people, I have to also make my cost, the selling price of that product should be very less. So I have to produce goods in such a way that whether it will be suitable for the richer people or for the middle class people or for the lower people. So the next is central planned economy. Central planned economy is nothing but where the central or the government authorities takes plan according to the for the economy. So it is also known as socialistic economy. It has been followed in China, Cuba and North Korea. Very simple to remember the names. CCN. It is China, Cuba and North Korea. So what are the features? Goods and services are being produced for social objective. The basic aim of centrally planned economy is to equal distribution. More importance will be given for socially desirable goods. These are the key points so that you can remember. The economy spends more resources on education and health. The government generally distributes more resources for necessary goods. The greater importance will be given for the quantity of life. The government distributes resources for the rapid economic development. The government adopts a more suitable technique for the production, whether it is a labor intensive or capital intensive according to the situation. They plan according to the situation. So next economy is market economy. Market economy is nothing but where the economic activities are organized through the market, where the sale of goods and services been happening through market. It is also known as capitalistic economy. It is also known as capitalistic economy. It has been followed in USA. It is also been followed in USA and UK. Okay, and Australia also. Some of the features are only the private individual own their factors of production. In this economy, all the goods and services are being produced by price for the demand and supply in the market. The government has no interference in the economic activity. This is a main point. The government does not interfere. The goods and services are being produced only for profit. Generally, they produce luxurious goods for the benefit of the rich people. Entrepreneurs generally adopt the least combination of technology in order to produce output. Output is nothing but the final goods which is produced, or the goods which is produced by final consumption. So here there are three people, that the farmer, the weaver and teacher. and how do they use their resources in order to fulfill their needs. A farmer, okay, he rarely as laborers in his production, because uh, laborers will be performed by his larger will be from his family only. Laborers will be not outside the family, it will be from the part of the family itself. The production is not solely, it is not only for the market. The greater part will be consumed by the family itself. After fulfilling their needs, after satisfying their needs, the leftover will be given to the economy or for the market for sale. When it comes to a weaver and a teacher, they are not like that. They are the laborers to carry out the production, and there is a sale and purchase of labor services, and there is an sale of purchase and labor force, that is mentioned as rate or the price, which is also known as wage rate. It is known as wage rate, which is the wages whatever they get, or the salary whatever they get. They have to purchase goods and services by themselves in order to satisfy their needs. Okay, the farmer satisfy his needs first, then it gives to the market. But the weaver and the teacher has to work hard, get money, then they have to satisfy their needs. From this chapter only you will get 1 mark and 4 mark question. You will not get 2 mark question. So no need of studying 2 marks. You can only concentrate on 1 markers and 4 markers. Thank you.